girls, welcome to the show.
From the Mirrorball studio in Royal Berkshire, this is Chris Reardon.
Now, a warm welcome along to you as always. It's Chris Reardon with the United Kingdom talk. Straight in today, straight in. I've been practising. I have been practising. Do you remember near the end of the last show, I told you someone had sent in the words to the lyrics of Bewitched? You know? That TV programme, fantastic TV programme from the, I think it was from the 60s, with Elizabeth Montgomery. Oh, I loved it. Sadly, no longer with us, is she? Well, I hope she's not anyway. I'm sure she did die, didn't she? I'm not getting that wrong, am I? I have been practising, boys and girls. I've been practising, and I realised when we tried to sing it, right at the end of the last show, and of course we didn't have time to redo it again, I realised after listening that there is actually a little bit of a break halfway through it where there's an instrumental bit. You know, in a lot of really good songs, you often find that they have a bit of singing, and then halfway through the track they'll have a bit of an instrumental, you know, either the orchestra playing or a bit of piano or something like that. So incidentally, if you're wondering why I haven't played the piano for a while, the fact is I can't move, because we're doing like the YouTube videos as well. Well, I suppose I could still do it, couldn't I? The only thing is you won't be able to see it, because we haven't got to the stage yet where we can take the camera out and about. It's all getting very exciting. We barely get the picture going on this one properly. In fact, today, I'll tell you what I'm doing today. I'm actually recording... I say recording, the video part of the show I'm recording on two different cameras. I'm sorry, I've got my wires, the wires everywhere here. Yeah, two different cameras today, because I might have been able to get the new expensive camera going, I hope. So I'll see which one is the best, and that's the one I'll upload to YouTube. All right? Right, OK, shall I sing this then? Now, I'm going to have to put my headphones on for this, because otherwise I won't be able to hear the music, unfortunately. Oh, well, maybe I can. Actually, if I turn those up a bit... Hang on a minute. I don't want to get any whistling. I hate whistling, don't you? Spectre, the only whistling you get is when I open my wallet. There we are. I think that'll work. You're not getting whistling, are you? Or a little bit then. Hang on, let me just make an adjustment there. Because we can't have them... Oh, a little bit there. Hang on, right. Let's do that there. Oh, I know what I can do. I'll turn this. Just a minute. Oh, no. 1 minute. There we are. Is that whistling? No. Yeah, turn it down a bit. Let me see if I can hear that. Oh, yeah, we can hear that all right. You right? You ready then? I haven't learnt the words, I'm afraid. One thing I've never been very good at is learning the words to songs, which is a bit annoying, really, especially as years ago, when I was in the Scouts, we used to have these wires are getting everywhere. What's going on here? What I've got to do... I know what I need. Hang on a minute. Can I just talk amongst yourselves a minute? Because I'm tripping over wires. What I've got to do is move the headphones so that they come in on the others. At the moment, my headphones, I plug them in under the desk here. And what happens is that my feet get tripped up in them because the wire is hanging down. If I move the wire... Right, hang on a second. Just a minute now. If I move the wire to the other side of the desk and the other side of the microphone, it's all bits and pieces here, you know. Right, let me just do that there. Oh, that's got to be better. Oh, now they're not long enough. Hang on, if I give that a bit of a tug. Because what I've done is sellotape all the wires underneath... Oh, look, a bit more of a tug there. Just a minute. I've sellotaped the wires underneath the desk so I don't trip up on them. But I do trip up on them, and now that... Oh, now it's not long enough. Just a minute now. Hang on, why have I got to pull that there? Oh, I see what's happened. Oh, wait, just a minute. Right, hang on. Now, let's pull that there. Sorry, I'll be with you in a second. Be a bit patient, will you? Honestly. Look, the thing is... I can sort this wire out in a few seconds with just a little bit of your patience. You know, you'd never get a hip replacement operation on the NHS this quickly, you know. Right, looks like it's sorted. There's one wire hanging down there now. Why is that hanging? I've got to get rid of that hanging wire. I can't stand it. Oh, I can't stand it. We're never going to get going today, are we? Is that it? Is that it there? What's that there? Now, what's this? I've got to... 1 minute. What's that for, then? I think I'm going to have to... Oh. Right, hang on. I'm pulling this, and yet it's not doing anything. 1 minute. That must be caught. Right, that'll have to do now. That'll have to... There we are. Push that under there. And that'll... Oh, I found something else now. I've found another plug here that doesn't appear to be plugged in. I wonder what that is. Oh, hang on. I think that's the other camera we were using, is it? Hang on. Where's that now? That's it. Right. Okay. Sorry about that, boys and girls. We are getting a little bit tangled up with the wires here. Right. Oh, God. Right, we're there at last. Oh, that's better. Right, I'm here. I'm here at last. Now, here we go then. I'm going to sing you the words to the Bewitched song. I've just realised I sorted all my headphones out then. I'm not even going to use them. How stupid is that? Right, they can go over there. Here we go. The words to Bewitched. Now, I've only practised this once. Okay, as I say, the words are written down in front of me here because I'm not very good at learning words with music. I used to be in a show called the Gang Show, which was a scout show. There used to be these scripts. I usually managed to learn the first verse and the chorus, and that was it. And actually, I don't think it was just me, to be honest, because most of the people, you always noticed at these shows, and I'm sure you've also noticed it in children's shows when you go and see schools. So, you know, like when they have the Christmas shows and things like that. And even in church, I notice people don't tend to know any more than the first verse and all the choruses, because you get, I don't know, think of the verse, think of a song now. Theme from New York, start spreading the news. And they go like that, and then it all goes quiet until you get to the chorus and everyone sings. It's a bit like, you know, Christmas time. A typical one of that is "O Come All Ye Faithful," isn't it? No one knows all the verses, just the other bits. Right, here we go then. I'm going to sing for you now. Right. Let me just start my tune. Here we go. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Here we go. See what you think of this. Bewitched, bewitched, you've got me in your spell. Bewitched, bewitched, you know your craft so well. Before I knew what you were doing, I looked in your eyes. That brand of woo that you've been brewing took me by surprise. They were you witch. No, just a minute. No. I've got it wrong. We'll try again. Right, now listen to the words, because we're all going to sing this together a little bit later on in the show. I want you to learn this, okay? Ready? Bewitched, bewitched, you've got me in your spell. Bewitched, bewitched, you know your craft so well. Before I knew what you were doing, I looked in your eyes. That brand of woo that you've been brewing took me by surprise. You witch, one thing that's for sure, that stuff you pitch just hasn't got a cure. My heart was on the lock and key, but somehow it got unhitched. I never thought my heart could be had, but now I'm caught. I'm glad of... No, that's not happened at all, is it? Now, hang on a minute. Now, I did get that right earlier. Where are we going wrong here? Oh, my word. We're getting this wrong, aren't we? This has been sent in from Mark at autumnlake.com. He does cartoons. Very good. Have a look. autumnlake.com from Mark. He actually finishes the email with, I think you can see why these lyrics aren't that well known. Yeah, they're blooming hard to sing. That's why, Mark. There was also a spin-off series in the 70s called Tabatha. Did anyone see that? I don't recognise that at all. It was about the adventures of course, the Stevens daughter. It didn't do very well and got cancelled straight away, although it's on DVD here in the States. No, I never knew there was a spin-off series called Tabatha. Now, shall we have another go? I'm determined to get this right. That's got to be the beginning of it, though. Bewitched, bewitched, you've got me in your spell, bewitched. Oh. Hasn't got a key. Mine was under lock and key, but somehow it got unhitched. I thought my heart could... Oh. Right, let's have another go. Here we go. Bewitched, bewitched, you've got me in your spell. Bewitched, bewitched, you know your craft so well. Before I know what you were doing, I looked in your eyes. That brand of woo that you'd been brewing took me by surprise. You witch, one thing that's for sure. That stuff you pitched just hasn't got a cure. My heart was under lock and key, but somehow it got unhitched. I never thought my heart could be had. But now I'm caught, I'm glad to be bewitched. Bewitched, 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 bewitched. No, that's not right. It's not right. It's the end. It's the end we're not getting right, isn't it? The stuff you pitched. No, if I can go back halfway, you see. Just a minute now. Just a minute. How do I do this? You were doing it. I looked in your eyes. That brand of woo you've been doing took me by surprise. You witch, one thing that's for sure. That stuff you pitch hasn't got a cure. My heart was under lock and key, but somehow it got unhitched. I never thought No, I've given up now. Forget it, forget the whole thing. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Now, I practiced that for you today as well. I can't believe I haven't been able to get that right. So there we are. No. Look, I'll tell you what we'll do. What we might do, I think what I'll do is practice it again and we'll start off the next show with it, if I can remember to do it. You know what I'm like. We go from one thing to the other. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing half the time. So there we are. Sorry about that. I did try my best. Look at that. How long have we spent doing that? 15 minutes we've just spent trying to get that right. Can anyone sing it? Maybe you can sing it. I don't know. If you can, send us an email and tell me, or sing it to me. Or even, I don't know if anyone can do YouTube. How about a little YouTube of you singing a Bewitched tune? Actually, there might be someone up there at the moment. Now, at the moment, I don't have any internet connection, and I'll tell you how I know that. I was trying to load something on there. No, it's not working at the moment. I've got no internet at the moment, which is a little bit annoying, so I can't do anything online. Server not found, it said, and that's on all the pages. It might be my equipment here, I don't know, because occasionally that has locked up, although not very often. All right, now other news, we now have, I have purchased a new domain. A new domain, yes. Now, what's new? I can hear you, Joy. Joy's saying, oh, I don't know what he's talking about. Domain, a new address. Not a new address as in house, but a new website address. Now, for years, of course, and I will be keeping this, don't worry about that, this programme can be found on the internet. I'm hoping that the internet comes back before we finish today, incidentally. For years and years, you have been able to find this programme, well, 2 years anyway, at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, okay? And if there's anyone new joining us today, welcome along. If you're listening on radio, on satellite, or indeed on the YouTube, you can go to the main United Kingdom Talk website, which is at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Now, that remains, that will still be in place. Do not panic. Nothing is about to change. If you've always watched the programme or listened to the programme by going to unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, please continue doing so. please continue doing so. But in addition to this, something I've been after now for 2 years, and someone has foolishly relinquished the ownership of... Are you ready? Oh, we need a fanfare here. We need a fanfare. Just a minute. Shall we... what can we have? Well, I haven't got a fanfare. Let's have one of these instead. There we are.
Across the UK and across the world. From the Mirrorball studio in Royal Berkshire, this is Chris Reardon.
I am now the proud owner of UnitedKingdomTalk.com. Yes! I have a .com at last! UnitedKingdomTalk.com is now under the auspices of me, dear. Me. So I'm very, very pleased about that. Cost me £45 for 3 years, that one. It's about $90. I don't know how that compares to what you pay in the States for domains, but I'm very pleased to have that. As I say, don't worry if you listen to this programme by going to unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Everything remains the same, exactly the same. You haven't got to change anything. Just keep going there. All I've done is bought unitedkingdomtalk.com, and that if you log on there, it goes to exactly the same place as unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. All right. So how exciting is this? This is unitedkingdomtalk.com. Oh my God! Will I have to change my logo? That's the thing. No, I don't think so. No, we'll keep the .co.uk. I'm not sure what to do, actually. Should I start saying UnitedKingdomTalk.com? Or shall I just carry on with the .co.uk? My personal feeling is that I should carry on with the .co.uk because, you know, being patriotic. Oh, hang on. We'll have some patriotic music now. Just a minute now. Just a minute. Let me find it on my little screen here. It's all very professional here. It's all on the little screen next to me. All the music's waiting to be played if he can find it. Probably not. We're not going to find that now, are we? Oh, let's see. Rule Britannia, nothing. No, we can't find anything there today. Not worry. Not to. What's that there? No, we can't find anything today. We'll do without it today, so don't worry. Don't panic yourselves too much. Yep. So UnitedKingdomTalk.com, we own that as well now, and also. Whenever you log on now to either I'm just a few technical issues here. UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk or UnitedKingdomTalk.com. If you log on to either of those now, then you will find a little Union Jack icon. Yes, I'm getting very clever. A little Union Jack should come up if you add me to your favourites. All right? So I've done that as well. Things are moving along here in the Mirrorball Studios. We're getting more and more technical. The only thing is, will I ever be happy with one of these webcams? I doubt that very much. Now, I'm going to tell you something now, and you mustn't laugh, right? Promise me you won't laugh. Because it's not funny. I could have been terribly hurt. 2 things. You remember the story about the slippers? A couple of weeks ago, I got on my bicycle and I went all the way up to the swimming pool, and then when I got to the changing rooms, I'm getting changed, and I looked down at my feet and I had my slippers on. I had forgotten to put my outdoor shoes on, right? You remember that story? Oh, well, last week, not as bad. Got done the same thing, right? Got on the bike. Cycled up there, got out, taken my clothes off, looked down at my feet to take my shoes off. Odd trainers. No one notices. I told you. You've got to be mad spending £100, £150, £200. I've seen trainers now for £200. Who in their right mind spends £200 on a pair of trainers? You don't need to do that. How do I know this? Because I have now cycled all the way there, not only in a pair of slippers, but also in the pair, as of yesterday, of odd trainers. 2 completely... They didn't even look alike. That's the strange thing about it. They didn't even look alike. God knows. I suppose when I'm putting my shoes on, I don't even look at my feet anymore. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Are you a good witch or are you a bad witch? Are we bewitched? Da-da! We might have another go later, I don't know. I don't know what... Boy, the bit of paper's gone now, actually. Because I threw it, didn't I? I threw it in my anger. I can't find it. Where's that gone? There it is. There it is. I've got it now. We might have another go later. Doubtful. I'd like to practice it a few more times. So I went up there in odd trainers. Not only that, but I'm going to have to go down the bicycle repair shop, right, where the sports centre is. As you cycle out, you go down a steep hill, and then immediately after the steep hill is a little mini roundabout. Now, I know our American friends, you don't know what roundabouts are, do you? You don't have any, do you? In America, there are no roundabouts in a lot of parts of America, just crossroads and lots of traffic lights and things. So I've come down, hurtling down this hill, and it was a little bit water, a little bit damp on the ground because it hadn't been raining, it was just damp. And I've got to the mini roundabout and sort of leaned over on my bike, and the whole thing has just slid, dear. And your poor Chris Reardon, he ended up on the road, virtually on top of the mini roundabout, as the bike had slid down, and all my hand had got black. Fortunately, I had one of my leather jackets on, so there was no damage at all. I can hear ambulances coming at the moment. Don't worry. Please do not phone ambulances. I'm okay. I can hear the concern. I can hear the concern in you at the moment. Do not worry. I'm okay. Look, everything's all right. Look, eyes okay. Arm okay. Hand now sorted. But my hand all went black because of the dirt on the road. So, yes, I thought that would amuse you. You're not bothered at all. I bet you're laughing, aren't you? Not bothered at all. How cruel you are to me. No one loves it. They hate me. They all hate me. They hate me. Oh. Anyway, so that was it. So I fell off my bike this week. Now, I got back on it quickly, you know, looking around to check that no one had seen. Because that's the worst thing, isn't it? It's not the fact that you've fallen off and hurt yourself. It's the fact that someone might have seen you. Can you imagine the embarrassment of an ordinary person, let alone a major United Kingdom celebrity, falling off their push bike, dear, in front of people? I mean, the newspapers would all have been round there, the Daily Mail, the Sun, the Daily Express. They would all have gathered around, taking their vile photographs. I could see it now. My neighbours rushing down to the newspapers and the television people, trying to make money out of my accident. Why do they do it? No one loves it. They hate me. They hate me. So I quickly got on my bike, looking around. Fortunately, I don't think anyone had observed me, but I did notice, as I was lying there on the ground, a few magpies had landed on some of the trees around and were sitting there laughing. Magpies. Yes, they were laughing. I could hear them. Like that they were. Of course, I got home here, and I don't know what had happened, but the two cats immediately came outside the front door to meet me. I think the magpies had flown all the way from the part where I had fallen off the bicycle back to my house and informed the cats of my impending injuries, and they were waiting, and they were all round my legs. They knew Daddy had hurt himself. They knew, you see. They'd been told by the magpies, which is odd, really, because a few of those have ended up in the cat's stomachs, I think. But I am okay. I can hear you trying to think, oh my God, we must send him a little present to make him feel better. Please don't worry. If you ever want to send anything through the post, then you can do so. There is a postal address. That's a good link, isn't it? There is a postal address which I will give you. I am fully aware there are people that do not have internet. And you can write on a piece of paper. OK, you can write on a piece of paper with a pen. There is an address to send anything to. And that address is coming up very shortly, along with the email, after I've told you that I still have a little bit wrong with me. Just a little bit, and that is where I'd fallen on the side of my hand and my arm. I don't know what it's called now. You know, on your fingers, your fingernails, right? What are those two things either side of it? They're like hard things. I don't know what they are, and they are either side of your nail. You know, you've got the finger. And then I have a side here now. There are two like long things that sometimes fall out, and they catch everywhere, don't they? Oh, it is so annoying. And that did come out, but it's almost gone back in again now. If I bite, should I bite that or not? No, we did have a bit of me to eat last week, didn't we? A bit of my skin, which was quite enjoyable actually. Halfway through the show, because you do get a little bit. Oh, I've just remembered something. Can you hang on a second? I'll tell you why. I've just remembered I've got a loaf of bread in the bread machine downstairs, and if I don't get that out, it'll go all horrible. Stay there a second. What can I do? I'll tell you what. I'll play the Bewitched theme while I just go and get that. I'll be back in a second. Right, stay there. Right, I'm back. Oh, that's it, back. Oh, sorry about that. Now, what it was, I did put a loaf of bread on just before I came up to talk to you today. And it's just finished. I remembered looking at the clock. And I thought, I've timed that just to finish before I start the show. And it had done, and I completely forgot to take it out of the tin. I've got one of those bread machines. If you're a new listener, then you won't know anything about my bread machine. Oh, we had terrible trouble with it last year. Do you remember back in September? In fact, I ended up buying a completely new machine because we needed a new. Something had broken on the other one. And no, I'm not going to tell the whole story again. Stop worrying yourselves. Don't worry. Don't worry. If you ever want to listen to any of the old shows, go to the main United Kingdom Talk website, unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, all right? unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. And they're all there going back to October 2005. But once the bread is finished, it takes 5 hours to make a loaf of bread in that thing. Once it's finished, you must remove it from its tin within 10-15 minutes as soon as possible. Otherwise it gets a bit not hard, very dense, okay, because the water in the bread has to evaporate through it. That's why you get that lovely bread texture. And you've got to take it out of the tin immediately, otherwise it'll all go sort of a bit, not hard, but sort of solidy, very dense, and it's not very nice then. Also, although still edible, so I've done that now. Thank you for allowing me to do that, boys and girls. It's very kind of you. Now, what was I saying? Oh yes, the bike. So I fell off the bike. The little thing on my now, it's nearly gone back in now. But the only thing is, I've now damaged the pedals. Okay, so they're kind of a little bit wonky. So when you're cycling, they're not wonky as you go around. The actual pedal itself is now a bit bent. So I'm going to take those down probably to the bike repair shop tomorrow and ask him to put a couple of pedals on. The only thing is, I have had the bike a few years, and I was kind of thinking, I might like a new bike now. Is it time to buy a new bike? I must have had that about 5 or 6 years. On the other hand, you see, I tend not to buy new things until the old one cannot be repaired or used. No, I'm not going to have a new one. No, I'll get that repaired. I'll have 2 new pedals on there and maybe a new back tyre. I shall examine the tread carefully. Is it because I've tried to save money on not buying a new tyre? Is it my fault that I was nearly killed while going round a mini roundabout? Well, good job there was no traffic, innit? Eh? Dear me, very dangerous. But you can see now how dangerous it is, because actually I say I came hurtling down that hill. I wasn't going that fast. But I've got this dreadful habit of not using brakes. To be honest, the same in the car. When I slow down through the gearbox. Okay, I change gears down and I slow right down. And at the very last minute, I might touch the brakes so as not to avoid to avoid keep buying brakes all the time. But I am okay, don't worry. But I must take now, of course, my bike in for repair. Now, talking of new cars, it's almost time for me to go into the garage and check out a new car, because I've had this one 2 years now. The reason I change them every couple of years is because I do so many miles. I do about 30,000 miles a year, which is quite a lot. I like diesel cars. I've had diesel cars for years now. One of the reasons is because I do so many miles and diesel engines last a lot longer. And I've noticed on the Toyota website, they have a new IQ car. If you have a look, Toyota, I think it's toyota.com. Let me see if my internet's back on now. If it's not, I won't be able to check this out, but we'll have a go. No, we've got nothing. No internet at the moment, it looks like. Nope, nothing. I think it's toyota.com. Type in IQ, what is it? Concept IQ car. This is the new small Toyota car. It's almost a little bit like one of those smart cars. Now, I also like those as well, the smart cars. The smallest Toyota car at the moment is the Igo, but they're going to bring out an IQ. I like the look of that. It's a small car, but I'm a bit concerned because, and I'll tell you why. On Mondays and Tuesdays, as you know, I work, and Tuesdays, I work at a place called the Golden Lion, which is a pub in King's Cross. Anyone is always welcome to come there. It's the sort of place that you could bring anyone. You know, there are places I work at. I won't lie to you. There are places I work at that I really wouldn't invite someone to come down to. We have a couple of people in America who I think were going to come down to Brighton, and they said, where do you work in Brighton? And to be honest, it's not really the sort of place I'd want to bring someone, especially someone I don't know that well. You know, of course I do know you quite well, and you know me quite well, but there are you know, I'm sure there are places perhaps you've gone to that you think, oh no, I don't think I'd like to take them there. And the place in Brighton, I like it very much, but it's not the sort of place you'd want to. You could take your mother. Are you with me? I know. Yes, I know. I'm probably older than you, and you're not going to be my mother. I know that, dear. Well, not you, Joy. Joy's almost older than anyone, isn't she? Except our someone's 87, aren't they? Who was that? Who was 87? I can't remember now. But I prefer if you are quite welcome to come down to some of my nights. Certainly the one in the Golden Lion. I feel I could invite anyone there. Now, I'm there on Mondays and Tuesdays between 8 p.m. and midnight. And on Mondays we do Bingay. The website to that is bingay.com, bingay.com. All right, bingay.com. Have a look on there. That's what we do every Monday night between 8 and 12. And on Tuesday there, we do the karaoke. All are welcome to come along and sing a song. Indeed, last night was the karaoke, wasn't it? Tuesday. Last night we did the karaoke there. And for the first time, I sung with my very good friend, Rory. Now, we did have him on the show last year. Rory does Irish singing and all that. And last night I actually sang with him for the first time. And we sang Perry Como and I Love You So. Do you like that one? Now, I was hoping to sing it today for you on the karaoke system we use. But unfortunately, because the karaoke system I use is all online. But unfortunately, as we seem to have gone offline, certainly for the moment, I can't get anything up at all on the internet, so that's not going to happen today. But you know the song, Perry Como, and I love you so, la 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 la, and yes I know how lonely life can be. Yes, I was going to sing that for you today, but we can't do it now. How annoying is that? Or what I could do, I suppose, at the next karaoke night is record myself and Rory singing it. Would you like that? Would that be a better idea? Oh, maybe. We'll see. So that was the karaoke night last night. Now, I'm going to give you the email address and the post address right now. Grab pens. The email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. All right, Chris at UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk. And I think I need to check the .com for that so that the emails come to the right place in case anyone makes a mistake. Yeah, always use that email, okay? Chris at UnitedKingdomTalk.co.uk. Now, the postal address is Chris Reardon, United Kingdom Talk, P.O. Box 4073. I'm not going too quick, am I? Okay. Bracknell, Bracknell, RG 429ED. Once again, it's Chris Reardon, United Kingdom Talk, P.O. Box 4073, Bracknell, Bracknell, RG 429ED. All right? Okay, let's go to some emails today then. Oh, hang on, let me just cross out what I've done. Oh, I was going to talk to you about the earthquake. We had an earthquake here last week. Yes, here in the United Kingdom. We had an earthquake. Not only did we have an earthquake, but it was very near my sister's. But if we've got time, I'll talk to you about that. If not, I might leave it to the next show, okay? First of all, let's say hi to Suko in the Suko pile of emails. Oh, yes. Suko's got her own pile. Yes. There's a few people here, or a few people who email in, they have their very own pile. You too could have your own pile if you send in enough emails. Not everyone has got their own pile. Suko has. Suko writes, one of my best friends, Betty, that's Jade's friend April's mum, was confused because it's like an episode of Soap, dear. Do you remember Soap? I love the character of Benson. What's he doing now? What's Benson on Soap doing? Anyway, one of my best friends is travelling to London in April and asked me if I knew if this was a good hotel and if this itinerary would be fun. She said she might like to come to one of your quiz nights or karaoke nights as well. She listens to United Kingdom Talk from time to time and enjoys you very much. She has asked me to join them, but I can't leave my mother right now. I'm so envious, and that's from Suko. And Betty has written, hi, we're staying at the Mayflower Hotel near Earls Court. I'm sorry, darling, I really don't know that at all. I don't know many hotels. But Earls Court is quite an affluent area here in the UK. We haven't set our itinerary yet. We want to see one play, Trafalgar Square. Want to see a play in Trafalgar Square? I'm trying to think of the theatre there. Is there a theatre in Trafalgar Square? Let me just make inquiries now. Just a minute. On my mobile telecommunications equipment. I know someone who will know. Let's ring Wayne the butler. Shall we ring Wayne the butler? Just a minute. Let's just ring Wayne the butler, because he'll know these things. He knows all about that sort of thing. It's very classy. He's a very classy person. Actually, we might put him on the phone if it. Oh, there he is. Oh, hello, Wayne. Wayne, I wonder if I could. Where are you at the moment? Oh, are you? Okay. Can I talk to you on the show? I have rung you on this phone, but I'll have to ring you on the other show to talk to you. Just want a little bit of advice from one of the listeners, and I know you know about these things. Would that be all right? Okay, I shall ring you back. Is PD around at the moment? 2 hours. Okay, can I ring you on the landline? Lovely. Okay, speak to you shortly. Thank you. Bye now. Right, we're gonna speak to Wayne on the phone about this. Just a minute. 1 second now. Oh, hang on a minute. I've done something wrong. I've got to. This is terrible. I've got to plug everything in, haven't I? 1 minute. You see, what it is, the telephone, the piece of equipment I use for the telephone is It's on one of those electrical power adapters, you see, and I tend to unplug all those now. I unplug all of those to save electricity because they all use electricity, you know. Even if you're not, just because you're not charging something, you know, if you haven't got your mobile phone plugged into the charger, if the charger is plugged into the wall, it still uses electricity. So I tend to unplug everything now. Okay, let's just. Where's Wayne the butler? Just a minute. 1 minute. Let me find the number. Where is he now? That's him there, I think. There it is, 1 minute. What have I got to do here? 1 minute. Push a button there. Right, just dial my number. Oh, I'm getting this wrong now, 1 minute. Oh, hang on, I might have written the wrong number there. Wait a minute. 1 minute. Oh.
Hello.
Hello, Wayne.
Hello, dear.
Oh, there you are. Hello, Wayne.
How are you?
Lovely to hear you, sir. Now, I know you're going to be able to answer these questions because of the circles that you mix in.
Right.
What we've got.
My microphone's going to.
Oh.
God.
Do you want to get rid of that?
Yes, I've got rid of it, dear. Okay, ready?
Oh, aren't you? Oh, did you just push the dump button? Did you?
Reject. I transferred it to my answer machine.
Oh, you've rejected. That's awful. I hate it when people do that.
Is that much choice? How can I help you?
Yeah, this is. By the way, this is Wayne the butler. You may remember we spoke to him a while ago on the radio. I've got this email here. We're staying at the Mayflower Hotel, Earls Court. Do you know that?
I haven't heard of it, no.
Oh, I haven't either, no. Okay, I thought you might know that one. Earls Court is quite an affluent area, though, isn't it?
Absolutely, yes.
So they'll be okay there, yes. She says, we haven't set our itinerary yet. We want to see one play, and she's put in brackets Trafalgar Square. Mm-hmm. Well, is there any theatres around there, then?
There is quite a few near Haymarket. There's Her Majesty's Theatre. There's quite a few actually in Haymarket, Chris. Or you can go towards the Strand, along the Strand, which is near Triangle Station.
Of course,
which
yes.
Is just off Trafalgar Square, and there's quite a few along there. There's the Adelphi Theatre, that's Chicago's at the Adelphi. If you walk from Trafalgar Square into Covent Garden, you have the English National Opera and the Royal Opera House in Covent Garden.
Well, I just knew you'd know all that, you see.
And Drury Lane. Of course, Covent Garden is the theatre homeland.
You see, foolishly, what I'm thinking here is there isn't a theatre on Trafalgar Square.
There's not on Trafalgar Square.
But they're just off it, aren't they? Literally, like 10 seconds walk away from Trafalgar Square. You've got to go in the right way, though. So, do you know what's on at the moment? What sort of...
The best thing to do would be to go onto the internet and do a search, just to Theatres London or Theatre Packages London. A lot of them do pre-theatre suppers. You can have like a 3-course dinner before you go to the theatre, or a post-supper where you have like a supper after the theatre's finished, and they do a special deal. So you get the whole thing in a package for about £45, which is very, very good deal. But you need to go onto the internet, Chris, and if you just do a web search, that there are many sites that can bring up these special offers that are available.
London theatres. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, now you know then. Because I was just about to say, well, I don't think there are any theatres on Trafalgar. Of course, they are just off it, like 10 seconds walk from Trafalgar Square. Trafalgar Square is, of course, right in the middle of all of it, isn't it?
That's right.
How stupid of me. You see, I knew you'd know these things, Wayne.
Well, I went to see Maggie Smith at Her Majesty's Theatre last year for my birthday, and we went to...
Where was that?
A beautiful Italian restaurant beforehand.
Yeah.
We had a lovely meal, and I think we paid about £25 each, which was fantastic.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's very good.
I'm taking you out for your birthday, aren't I?
Yes, dear.
We're going to a posh restaurant. I've asked Wayne, you see, because Wayne is, you know, he does mix in rather affluent circles, unlike me, because I am, of course, in the gutter. And intend to... But for one night only, I've decided to come out of the gutter, and I'm going to take Wayne to a posh restaurant for his birthday in a couple of weeks. I'm paying, and he's choosing. Now, he's told me... I can't believe this. He's actually told me that I can't wear my tracksuit bottoms. Is that right, Wayne?
Well, I think if you want to go to somewhere fairly respectable, Chris, one shouldn't be wearing those sort of clothes. One has to dress accordingly, dear. And you have to remember that a lot of these places do have dress codes, and they're rather strict. And they certainly wouldn't let you in with a shell suit here.
Oh.
Especially a flammable shell suit here. Yes.
What do you mean a flammable shells?
Man-made fibres.
Well, I've got a pair of trousers somewhere and a jacket.
A pair of trousers and a shirt would be fine.
Will I need a tie? I've got some nice ties.
No, I don't think... it depends. I'll check on the dress code, but...
Please let me know. But I better meet...
Have you got a nice jacket, Chris?
Yes, I've got. Yeah, I think I've got one. Yeah, I'm sure I have.
A suit jacket, but something like that, a dinner jacket.
I haven't got an expensive suit at all. I've got some. Well, I've got. I've got one expensive suit that I wore for my mum's funeral. That was it, and that's back in. I only bought it for that, really. I've got jacket and trousers, though. I suppose I could put those.
I've got a nice velvet jacket which I wear for the evening.
Yeah,
and you can wear that with jeans, or you can wear it with a nice pair of brushed cotton trousers and a nice crisp shirt. This is all alien to me, Wayne, as you know, all this sort of stuff. Now, some of the others... I might have to come to Royal Berkshire and help you with your own wardrobe.
It's gone all funny again, this noise on here. Wayne keeps wanting to be invited to my house, but it's really not the sort of place that you'd want to be, Wayne, to be honest.
I mean, Chris, I'm curious, Chris. I have this vivid picture of your house in my mind. It would be nice to clarify a few points there.
Now, somewhere else she wants to go to Stonehenge, which is... I don't know, I just get this feeling that people would be disappointed going to Stonehenge if they'd come miles and miles to see.
It's a long way to travel, yes. Yeah.
It really is just a collection of big rocks. I don't know. Would I go? I think I would go just to say, yes, I've been to Stonehenge. So maybe you will like it there. Am I right in thinking that you can't actually go right up to Stonehenge anymore? Didn't they...
I'm not too sure about that. There were corner going to corner it off, Chris, with like a fence around it, because people were vandalising or.
That's right. Yes.
I'm not too sure about that. I'm not clear, but
we're not sure on that.
If you go into the National Trust, they will have. It's protected by the National Trust. They should give some information on whether that's cornered off or not.
So if perhaps they just.
I'm aware we were able to walk around the stones.
Yeah, if they just type in Stonehenge National. What was it? National.
National Trust, I believe.
National Trust Stonehenge. Have a look at the site about Stonehenge before you go there, because they were talking about fencing it off because there was a lot of vandalism there, people painting stuff and what have you. Now, also, she says she wants to go to the museums and palace, which we both recommend, don't we?
Yes.
Any particular museums that you would recommend?
Definitely the British Museum.
Where is that?
That is just off near Holborn, so just behind Covent Garden.
Right.
That's one of the oldest museum in the world. That was one of the first to open.
That's in Holborn, which again,
fantastic collection of Egyptology.
Well, once again, Holborn isn't too far away from
10-minute walk, Chris.
from Trafalgar Square, is it?
That's right.
Because you just walk up the Strand, past all the theatres, and then turn left. Yes. Yeah. So that would be easy to find.
Kensington, there's two. There's a natural history museum, and there's a science museum.
Science museum is great for children as well, isn't it? They've got lots of.
Very good if you're looking for dinosaurs and things.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Chinatown. What would be in Chinatown for them?
You have a lot of restaurants around Chinatown, and you also have theatres. So you have a mixture of both.
So some more theatres around there. She wants to go to Harrods, of course. Yes. So I think you'd be surprised at Harrods. Yes, there are a lot of expensive items, but also you'll find pound for pound, if it's in like a chain store, then the price in Harrods isn't that much different. And a lot of people think that if you spend a fortune in Harrods, well, you could do, depending on which you buy, but pound for pound, most of the stuff is roughly the same price, isn't it, as in the other shops? But you get the service. You do get the service.
It is slightly more expensive, Chris, on a lot of things, but then you can find a bargain if you hunt around.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's a good experience to go there. Yeah.
Right. She wants to see changing of the guards. Do you know when that is?
I believe that happens 2 or 3 times a day, and that's in the Haymarket, just off. Is it Whitehall, Chris?
Yeah.
That's very close, just off Trafalgar Square, and I believe it's around midday, but don't quote me on that. But again, if you do a web search on that, they'll be able to find out.
Okay. She wants to see the River Thames, which of course you can see all over.
Of course, which is only a walk away from Trafalgar Square.
Yes,
5
again,
minutes, in fact.
everything. If you go to Trafalgar Square, I mean, everything is within a few minutes walk there.
Yes.
I remember I've been to Paris a couple of times, and it's just all spread out. It's all over the place, isn't it? And you have to keep getting trains and everything. Everything in London is is reasonably close.
It is.
If you're going to go to the Thames, make your way to Westminster, I would recommend, because then you can go and see Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament and all that.
Yeah, the Houses of Parliament. Yeah.
Westminster
and
Bridge.
they can actually do a tour in the Houses of Parliament as well, Chris.
Oh right, okay.
Tours, which are interesting.
And the London Eye is very close. If you can see Big Ben, then you'll be able to see the London Eye as well at that part of the Thames. All right. She also wants to go to a Bath excursion, the Roman baths.
Oh, in Bath itself. Yes.
What do you know about that? Anything?
Again, you'd have to travel down to, I think it's Somerset or Dorset, Chris. That's where Bath is. It's just before them. It's quite a long way on the train.
For some reason, I thought it was up Oxford way.
No, Bath is down. Let me just think. Bath is down near Dorset, Chris. It's
okay.
Before Dorset.
So that's
southwest.
That could possibly be a thing to do on the way to Stonehenge, then, could it?
It would be. That would be a good idea, actually. Stop off at Bath and then carry on to Stonehenge.
Do both things at the same time. And Stratford upon Avon. There. Why would she?
I've heard of it. I don't know much about it. Stratford upon Avon.
She says that's because it's William Shakespeare's hometown, which I didn't even know that. To be honest,
I think that's
is that right?
That's right.
Okay. Now, Betty shares, we still don't know which order is the best to do all these things in. Well, I mean, the trip down to Somerset, that's a whole day.
Oh,
that would be a long day for you. Let's see, the museums and palaces, Chinatown and Harrods. Could they do? Well, you could do two museums in a day, couldn't you?
I think that would be enough, yes, because don't forget these places are very busy. And
here's what
a lot of stress to children as well.
Well, here's what I reckon, Wayne.
Places, Chris.
Museums and Natural History Museum and Science Museum. That's one day, isn't it?
That could be one day. You could do one in the morning, one in the afternoon.
Chinatown and Harrods. That's
they're probably in different directions. So probably do Knightsbridge first. They could do Knightsbridge and Kensington Palace because they're sort of in the same area.
So Knightsbridge is Harrods and
you could do Kensington Palace, which is very near Knightsbridge.
Yeah.
Sort of South Kensington.
There we are.
That's sort of the same area, sort of catchment.
Okay. All right, Wayne. I knew you'd know about those things.
I'm glad to be of help. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Wayne. You have a nice day. You're off out now, aren't you?
I'm up to London because I'm working on the Orient Express tomorrow, and I'm going off to Wales, Chris. So.
Yeah. Did you hear that? Wayne tomorrow is working on the Orient Express. Tell us a bit about that. What you're actually doing on there?
The company is the Orient Express, but I'm working for the British leg of the company. So we're working on the British Pullman, and we leave Paddington at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. And we're heading up to Carlisle in Wales. All through the beautiful countryside of England. And the customers will have breakfast and lunch on the train going there, and they have a 5-course dinner coming back to Paddington in the evening. And they have 2 3 hours to stop off in Wales and do a bit of shopping and sightseeing. That's lovely. So it's a lovely day out for these people. Yeah.
I'd love to go on. I'd love to go on the Orient Express. That's one thing. Must be on my list. Well, have a nice day, Wayne. Thanks for talking to us. Much appreciated with the help there. I know Betty will be very pleased with that.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, Wayne. There we are. That was Wayne there. Wayne the butler. I knew he'd know about all those things, you see. So hopefully, Betty, we've been able to assist you there with your impending trip to the UK, all right? Suko also wrote in another email, because I was telling you about my duck-type feet, because the 3 toes in the middle of my feet are kind of webbed together. And Suko says, be kind to your web-footed friends, for a duck may be someone's mother. And what a nice thing to say, isn't it? She also likes my new haircut, very becoming. Tell Gary Stacey is a keeper. I don't know what a keeper is. Very adorable personality, and you look very cute together. That's a little message from to my nephew Gary and his girlfriend Stacey there. And she also says, Suko says, I sent you a link to a Pepsi commercial with Justin Timberlake a few weeks ago. Did you view it? Yes, I did. And did he get hurt in that? He was falling around all over the place and being dragged everywhere. That was good, that was. So, yes, I did say that. She said, quick, the next 50 people to view it might win a night out with Justin's mother's hairdresser's second cousin's dog groomer. Let's see how many degrees of separation is that. 4, I think. You may never get closer. Thank you, Suko. From Suko's very own personal pile. How long we got left? Well, we've only got about 3 minutes left today, haven't we? Let's see. I've got emails here from Gemma. Hello, Gemma. She got a bit of sad news, really. She says, hi, Chris, how are things? Thank you for reading my email when I told you about my new relationship. You congratulated me, and I do appreciate that. But The sad news is it's over now. Yes, only 4 days more and we would have reached our 3rd month together. I just wanted to let you know because I know you understand how I feel terribly disappointed on him and somehow on me too. I don't know how things can turn so difficult when being with someone who loves you or rather likes you should be something easy at least during the first few months. The thing is, we were quite happy together until we started to have some arguments, most of them over stupid things that I will tell you privately in the following lines. Okay, so, and she sends me a personal email here, which I will answer for you, Gemma, rather. Well, you know, some people find people and other people don't they? Certainly, I think when I was 16, I kind of thought you're never going to meet someone, you'll never hit it off, but other people do. All the little rows. I think early on into a relationship, within the first couple of months, if you start rowing at that point, I think that's telling you something. That wasn't the one, Gemma. But I've met you, Gemma, and you are a very pretty young lady, aren't you? Huh? Or was it Monica I met? I'm getting confused with the two of you now. The pair of you, I've seen the pair of you in pictures. You're very pretty young ladies. You've got nothing to worry about. You just haven't met the right one yet, my love. All right? Don't worry about a thing. Listen to Uncle Chris. Okay, you'll be fine. I'll reply to you privately in your email. A couple of emails here which we won't have time to read today. One from Anonymous Wayne and one from Joe. Oh, we still haven't got through that Joe one yet. I'm sorry. And Julian as well. Good news from Julian, but that will have to wait till the next show. Thank you very much for joining me as always. This is unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. United Kingdom Talk. Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is the email address. I'll see you on the next show. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.